So, I am 454 pages in, technically at the 56% mark. I think that I like the Bryce scenes, I like the Ethan scenes. The Hunt scenes are okay. I like the Bryce and Hunt scenes, but the Bryce scenes with the angels kind of like they kind of they kind of put me to sleep a little cuz I like Baxian is okay. He's cool. But like that whole side plot, I'm like, I really don't care. Like I'm more interested in finding out what's happening with like Danica and what's gonna happen with Ethan and what's gonna happen with Bryce and Hunt. I feel like this one has my attention a little bit more, but for me, like the pacing's a little weird. I feel like the pacing is like if they were to make this into a TV show, then that's what the pacing would be for this. Because you have like all this build up throughout these chapters, like every 10 chapters, and that at the end of the 10th chapter, there's this like big scene that happens. So you'll have chapter 1, build up, build up, build up. Chapter 10, that's when like a big action scene happens. And then chapter 11, build up, build up, build up. Chapter 20, around that area is where there's like a big scene that happens. And then same thing keeps going on, and it kind of feels like 1 hour long episodes. And you know how like in every TV show there's something that you just kind of like you play it in the background and you kind of can like not pay attention and still get the story. Like it's not that I'm not paying attention, but I'm like half paying attention, like my mind is over here, but the TV show's on, but I'm on my phone. That's kind of what it feels like, where I'll be doing something else and I don't really have to pay attention to the story that much during certain parts. And then, like, when it gets really good, I'm like, okay, let's get back into this. Let's sit down. Let's highlight. Let's get into the story. But yeah, this one, I feel like the first one was very a slog fest. I feel like the first one, and like, yeah, everybody has different opinions about the first one, but I feel like the first one put me to sleep a little bit more than this one. The first one was rough. I like Bryce and Hunt's love story, but that first one was a lot. This one has been a lot here and there, but when they're giving you information and they're giving you crumbs to like want like the entire meal, like they give you like a little hint at something that might be important and then they end up revealing something, then that's when it's like, okay, this is getting good. I want to keep reading. I want to find out what's happening. But it's just in those moments where like nothing's really happening and people are just talking. And like I'm not talking about Bryce and Hunt, but like everybody else, like when Hunt is talking with all the other angels, I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care. I don't know when I'll finish. Hopefully I can finish before the 20th because I have a buddy read coming up. And I'm going to prioritize the buddy read. And if I can't finish that, then I'll try to like tandem read and I'll try to jump back and forth. But I'm going to try to my best to try to finish it over the next few days. That way I'm ready for the 30th. And the 30th, I'm going to take my time with the third one. I have my other stuff like Trash Pandas Read Diversely stuff. So I am going to be taking my time with that book. And then The Principle of Moments too, because I want to read that book as well. Same with Mistborn and A Little Life. Those are going to be like my in-between books, my palate cleanser books that I'm just going to be jumping back and forth from because I need palate cleanser books in order to survive like most of my reading. I'm still at the same spot in Mistborn and I haven't gotten any further. Probably get further as soon as I'm done with my buddy read and as soon as I'm done with this read through of Crescent City 2. But I don't know. I also need to get back into Manacled. I stopped reading it. Got a little intense for me. It got a little bit too much for me. I was like, okay, I'll put a pause on this for a little while and then I'll get back into it